Good evening, YouTube. DutyRon checking back in with another video. And tonight we're going to talk about the updates on the Orrin and OrsonWest case, sincere and classic, missing out of Cal City from December 21st, 2020. Guys, my name is DutyRon, retired New York City Police Detective, 20 plus years in law enforcement. And if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so you will get all things DutyRon when I go live or when I upload another video. And a special thank you to my Patreon supporters, channel members, and all the people who subscribe and positively interact on all the live streams, not just this one, all of the streams that we speak about. Your positive interaction with comments down below and comments inside the live chat is always greatly appreciated. Again, not many new updates on this case. I haven't spoken about it in a couple of days. There's a few sticking points that I'd like to speak to you about tonight. There was a new news report that I'll play for you quickly about the siblings of Orrin and OrsonWest in foster care. And a judge is going to determine if the adoptive parents can maintain the custody. I can just say right here and now, I would have to say that they won't get custody of the kids back until there's some type of resolve, until there's some kind of answer in this case. It just wouldn't make sense for a judge to give custody back to those people until they determine what happened, at least at minimum. Hello to Mimi J2 and all my moderators. Thank you so much. I just want to get a quick thumbs up on the audio. I know that sometimes we have a little bit of an audio situation. I don't want to yell at you guys. I want to yell on the microphone, but I want it to be good for you. So if you could give me a thumbs up on the audio, that's always greatly appreciated. Let me know that you guys are hearing me okay in the chat. Before we go any further, I see some thumbs up already. Thank you, Disappointed. Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you, Bridget. Jolene, always here. Thank you. Seeing a petition. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, cool. All right. That's good. Good. Thank you, guys. And hello. This is a good way for me to say hello to all of you. So let me just start this off by sharing a quick video. This just came out like maybe a couple hours ago. K-Get, I believe, put it on out. So while we're doing this and while we're taking a peek at it, make sure you share this video, put it out onto social media. The more eyes on the boys, the better off we have. There's a $120,000 reward for information leading to the whereabouts of the boys. So thank you for sharing the video. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. So here we go. I'm going to share this with you guys. Joey Brooklyn is in the house. Thank you. My director of security is here. Joey Brooklyn. Hello from New York. Carol. Thank you. All right, let's share it. Let's share the screen and let's watch. Hold on a second. All right, here we go. I'll make it full screen for you. Let me take care of that, the noise part. Let me see. Let me know if you guys hear this now. Can you guys hear? All right, let me fix it. Hold on a second. I'll fix it. The the technology. Let's try it again. We're going to do it again, kids. Let's try it again. All right. Okay. All right, guys. Let's try it again. Let's see what's happening. Yeah. Give me 2 seconds. All right. We're going to give this a try.
California City. 17's Perla Shaheen is here now with more on what's happening with the other members of the West family and the latest on this case. Perla?
Well, there are no named suspects in the case, and police in California City say the boys' adoptive parents are cooperating. Still, other children have been removed from the home. I spoke with the Department of Human Services to find out why. It's been 50 days since 3-year-old Orson and 4-year-old Orrin West were reported missing in California City.
We want answers!
The adoptive parents of the two boys, Trezell and Jacqueline West, are cooperating with police, but not speaking to the public. John Walker, the chief of police in California City, says they're staying in Bakersfield. The West parents have 4 other kids, 2 biological and 2 adopted. The chief of police says these kids are in protective custody.
In Child Protective Services, protective custody means they are placed in a foster home. They are removed from their family that the allegation is of abuse or neglect, and they're placed in a foster home.
Janice Slagle is a spokesperson for the Department of Human Services in Kern County. Her department deals with cases of parental neglect, which ultimately end up in juvenile court.
Every time a child is removed by either law enforcement or CPS, we are involved with the court process for those children.
She says there's a process through which parents are evaluated. She spoke generally about the process and emphasized that she was not talking specifically about the California City case. Frequently, the parents must complete certain tasks aimed at ensuring the children's safety to regain custody.
The parents are given a court-ordered case plan, and if they complete what's asked of them, then they do and can get their children back in their custody.
The parents have around 4 months to complete the tasks. If they don't do a sufficient job, a judge could rule to keep their kids in foster care.
That's where everybody's coming to the table and they're just presenting information about how did the parents do? Did they do enough to get their kids back? Or are they doing well but not quite there? We need to extend this a little bit longer and give them a little more time. Just kind of presenting it all together.
Anyone with information on the 2 missing boys can call the California City Police Department at 760-373-8606.
Right. I just want to point out here that they said that this was not curtailed. This was not in any way, shape, or form. They weren't talking about their particular case here. They were just going over the guidelines for a parent, adoptive parent, to get their kids back. Now, in this case, a judge is going to look at everything. He's going to look at the surrounding circumstances based on how these 2 boys went missing. In other words, the judge is going to look at the story that the adoptive parents gave and make a determination whether it's safe for them to come back. So it's my judgment and in my professional opinion that they will not, for liability reasons, give those kids back to them because they still haven't figured out what happened to these 2 boys. They just vanished. According to their story, they just vanished out of thin air. And for a family court judge to go and give these custody back to these adoptive parents would be remiss, would be dangerous. So at the end of the day, this, again, I'm going to play this back again so you guys can hear what I'm talking about. They made a specific statement here. Maybe many of you might have missed it, but they said this in no way has to do with this case. This is just a general outline of how the process and how the procedure goes. So let's listen back at that. So this way,
to remain anonymous.
Let's listen back to it.
City.
So we can hear what they said. I'll just go back to the beginning. It's only 2 minutes. So let's just play this.
Tonight, it has been almost 2 months since 3-year-old Orson and 4-year-old Orrin West were.
Just listen to what they say here.
17's Perla Shaheen is here now with more on what's happening with the other members of the West family and the latest on this case. Perla?
Well, there are no named suspects in the case, and police in California City say the boys' adoptive parents are cooperating. Still, other children have been removed from the home. I spoke with the Department of Human Services to find out why. It's been 50 days since 3-year-old Orson and 4-year-old Orrin West were reported missing in California City. The adoptive parents of the two boys, Trezell and Jacqueline West, are cooperating with police, but not speaking to the public. John Walker, the chief of police in California City, says they're staying in Bakersfield. The West parents have 4 other kids, 2 biological and 2 adopted. The chief of police says these kids are in protective custody.
In Child Protective Services, protective custody means they are placed in a foster home. They are removed from their family that the allegation is of abuse or neglect, and they're placed in a foster home.
Janice Slagle is a spokesperson for the Department of Human Services in Kern County. Her department deals with cases of parental neglect, which ultimately end up in juvenile court.
Every time a child is removed by either law enforcement or CPS, we are involved with the court process for those children.
She says there's a process through which parents are evaluated. She spoke generally about the process.
And listen to what she says next. So these are the key words of how you should be taking this information in. And I'm just trying to help everybody out here, because you have to listen to everything. You can't just listen to what you want to hear or like key things from it. So here's the rest of it.
And emphasized that she was not talking specifically about the California City case.
So there you go. She emphasized that specifically this woman was not speaking about the California City case. It's just a general overview. So just take this as information, as a general outline, but no 2 cases are the same and no 2 predicaments are the same. All right. So this is just giving you basically how the operation works. And when there's moving parts, there's different elements to it.
Frequently, the parents must complete talking specific generally about the process. She spoke generally about the process and emphasized that she was not talking specifically about the California City case. Frequently, the parents must complete certain tasks aimed at ensuring the children's safety to regain custody.
The parents are given a court-ordered case plan, and if they complete what's asked of them, then they do and can get their children back in their custody.
The parents have around 4 months to complete the tasks. If they don't do a sufficient job, a judge could rule to keep their kids in foster care.
That's where everybody's coming to the table and they're just presenting information about how did the parents do? Did they do enough to get their kids back? Or are they doing well but not quite there? We need to extend this a little bit longer and give them a little more time. Just kind of presenting it all together.
Okay, so that pretty much explains the process. All right. Again, like I said, all the attorneys in the world, all the best legal team in the world is still, if there is a judge who can put forward a danger factor in putting those kids back and a liability factor, it doesn't matter what lawyer you get. You can have Johnny Cochran in there, and if you have Johnny Cochran in there, and there's mitigating factors that say it's not safe for them to go back, they will hold off. It'll be delayed. Trust me on that. It'll be delayed. All right, let me shut this off, and then I want to go to the next point because I can't stay too long here tonight. My son had 4 teeth extracted. He had surgery on his wisdom teeth, the top and bottom, and I got to attend to him. He needs to get some pain medicine in a little bit, so I got to attend to my boy. My wife is up sleeping, so I've got the duty tonight. DutyRon has the duty tonight. MC Audio, great to see you. Thank you for joining. Nancy Eileen, thank you for being here. Yeah. So he went at 9:00 this morning. It's now 11, a little bit after 11. So his girlfriend is here, but I got to help him with the ice packs and some medication. So that's the situation over here at the DutyRon household. All right. Next order of business is a lot of people have been emailing me and sending me messages. Hey, DutyRon, what's up with, thank you for those kind words. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Amanda. People have been emailing me and saying, hey, DutyRon, Goose, great to see you. Thanks for joining, Goose. A lot of people have been emailing me and saying, DutyRon, what's up with Bakersfield? Are they helping? Are they assisting? And my answer is yes, they are assisting. They are helping. If California City asks them for anything, they have a huge police department in terms of comparison between the two, 13 members and then 1,300 and change. It's a huge difference. And they, on January 6th, the chief from over in Bakersfield was questioned and asked if he would be assisting or helping. And he said yes. They don't just withdraw that. They don't just retract that. It's not like they have it's not like they have a lover's quarrel and they back out and say, we're not going to help you. So if the Bakersfield police chief, which we'll listen to here, says he is assisting and helping and giving any type of aid that Cal City needs, they're going to do it. That's what we're there for. Police departments help each other. All right, so let's listen to this. Give me 2 seconds. Because as you know, I am technologically challenged. But I do get it done. I try my best. I try my best to get it done. So let's keep our fingers crossed and let's hope that we can get this message through. Hello, Jules Cares. Good to see you from Australia. Put another prawn on the Barbie, please. All right, here we go.
That and several other topics is Bakersfield Police Chief Greg Terry. Chief, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Really do appreciate it. I want to first begin with the story in California City. It's on a lot of people's minds, not just people in California City, but including here in Bakersfield. We know that there are groups and organizations that are actually helping in the search here in town as well. Although we should know that your department is not the lead agency here, are you assisting the California City Police Department in this search?
Good morning, Alex. Thank you for having me. And yes, we are. You know, it's not.
Okay. So there was a direct question and a direct answer. And before he even answered, when that reporter was asking him, are you helping the California City Police? You see his head shaking. Yes. So I'll put it back.
Department in this search. Department assisting the California here. Are you assisting the California City Police Department in this search?
Good morning, Alex. Thank you for having me. And yes, we are. You know, it's not unusual for law enforcement agencies in the same general area to assist each other in investigations, and certainly one like this that requires a tremendous amount of resources. And yes, to the extent that there are leads and other information that needs to be followed up on in the Bakersfield area, we are certainly doing that. And we've also assisted them in some other areas as well. And I assure you, all of these law enforcement agencies, and I appreciate the public's interest and looking for and wanting to find these two young men, and we will continue to work together to do that.
I want to talk about our homicide rate here in Kern County. There are groups and organizations that are actually helping in the search here in town as well. Although we should know that your department is not the lead agency here, are you assisting the California City Police Department in this search?
Good morning, Alex. Thank you for having me. And yes, we are.
Okay, so I'm going to just leave it at that. I just want you to know that when you hear rumors and you hear people talk about the police aren't doing this, the police aren't doing that, I am here to reassure you that when the police take an oath to protect and serve, they're out there. They're assisting in any way that they can. They're helping a fellow brother or sister in blue. I've gone from NYPD has gone to floods in Louisiana, Hurricane Katrina. We assisted in. We took our vehicles and convoy down to New Orleans. We've gone down to Florida. We've gone across country. The NYPD assists anywhere that they can, and these are local law enforcement. Bakersfield, Cal City, Kern County, they're all in it together. So before you start listening to people spreading false rumors and things of that nature, just remember, you got the police chief on January 6th on national news telling everyone, yes, we're assisting them in any way that we can. And then you have some random person saying that they're not. You know, I don't know who you want to believe, but the choice is clear here. And I know that they are providing whatever assistance that they can, and the FBI is there, and they're not just packing up their bags and running away. So that's not how it works. So you could believe me or you don't have to believe me, but I'm just telling you that's how it goes. And Chief John Walker is doing the best job that he can with what he's got. The guy is living and breathing this case, and that's a fact. And I need for each and every one of you to know that you should get around this guy if you're locally. Get around the police departments and support them, encourage them to do whatever they're doing, and thank them for what they're doing when they come out. I think it's very important that we understand it's not about us and our feelings getting hurt. It's about the boys. It's about finding these two young babies and bringing closure to whoever it is affecting, biological families, the community, people who are close to this case, people who are out there searching for this case. And if you antagonize and put down law enforcement, I don't see anything productive about that. And to each their own, But I encourage the good people, the good human beings to go out there and encourage your law enforcers to do their jobs as they are doing, and get behind them instead of trying to knock them down. And if you are down with that and you are that kind of person, that's a good thing, that you're helping with the cause to find the boys. If you want to be a distraction, then that's a whole nother thing. You gotta weigh out the good with the bad and use common sense, So if you're new and first time here in this chat, let me know where you're watching, city and state or your country, and let's say hello to everybody, and then we'll wrap it up. But that's really all I have for you tonight. So let me see where everybody's watching from, city, state, or country. Let me know what's where you're watching, and we could just say a quick hello to everybody. Indiana, hello Indiana, good to see you from Ireland. Good to see you, New Jersey, Boston. Holy sweet mother of Jesus, there it goes. Iowa, there's the corn capital of the world. Thank you. West Virginia, Iowa, Australia, Oregon, Nebraska, California. Anybody from Cal City or from Bakersfield? Salina, California. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Ooh, it's going so fast. We're breaking the internet, folks. Colorado, Claysburg, Mississippi. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Wow. Even on slow mode, this is going crazy. Texas, I see it. Hello, welcome. Hello from Canada. Great to see you. Joey Brooklyn, thank you for that, Joe. Wow. It's going too fast. Minnesota, USA, Betty Smith. I'm trying to, let me stop it. Las Vegas. Hello, Valerie from Las Vegas. Wales, the UK. California, Sarah, good to see you. Sarah Dayton, thank you. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Ginger, 321 Ohio. Thank you. Mary Hardison, North Carolina. I stopped it on my phone. Hello, Marlene. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. Hello, Muka. Thank you. Spivey, thank you for the super love. Much respect to hear from law enforcement perspective. 100% all facts. There you go. Thank you so much for that super love. Thank you, Spivey. Sugar Mama from California. Great to see you. Hello, Connecticut. Grandma. Thank you so much. Santa Barbara, California, Alabama. I got family in Mobile, Alabama. Yes, thank you. Hello from Tennessee. Guys, let's get some prayer emojis and some blue hearts for the boys as I wrap up this live stream. We covered the latest news on the adoptive parents and the chances of them getting the boys back. You heard it here from me. I highly doubt that will happen. Not saying that it won't happen, but in my opinion, in my professional opinion, I highly doubt that. And then we heard from the Bakersfield police chief that yes, he is supporting Chief Walker and the Cal City Police Department. So that is a wonderful thing. And I encourage everybody to get behind your local police in any of the counties that you live in, your local law enforcement. Thank you so much for that super chat. That is Wolfman Rants 411 helping us support the boys in blue and the retired ones too. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for that. I encourage you to get around your local law enforcement forces. Those are the ones that are out there. Those are the folks that are out there protecting your freedoms, keeping you safe on a daily basis. And we need to get around and support our men and women in blue, because without them, you have anarchy. And we need them to get out there and be safe and find these boys. We need them to be out there and be safe while protecting our property and our freedoms. They lay their lives on the line, and I know it for a fact because I did it for over 20 years. So, that being said, I want to say God bless the world. God bless the United States of America. But most importantly, God bless each and every one of us here in the chat and all victims of crime and these two little boys, sincere and classic, Orrin and OrsonWest. I just want to say a special thank you to my Patreon supporters, channel members, and all people who moderate and hang out in these live streams. All of you that make these positive comments in the chat, comments down below, website messages. Go over to my website, DutyRon.com. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all one word, DutyRon. And always, always a pleasure. Jeannie, God bless your husband. Let him stay safe. Thank you for that info. And Godspeed to him and all of his department. So I'm going to bid you guys a good evening. Again, I will see you on the next live stream. Tuesday night next week, that's the 16th, I'm going to be talking about the Tammy Daybell autopsy with Sergeant Bill Cannon. And I'm going to have the New York City Chief Medical Examiner is going to come aboard and talk about the autopsy that was released. They actually didn't release the results, but it was released that they got the autopsy back on Tammy Daybell, Chad Daybell's wife, who died mysteriously. And then 2 weeks later, he got married to Lori Vallow. Tuesday night, 9 p.m. on the East Coast, New York City Chief Medical Examiner, retired, is going to come onto the show, and we're going to speak about that and the significance and importance and what that means to possible charges against Chad Daybell of murder of his wife. Good night from New York City. Thank you for joining, and I will see you soon. Stay safe. Thanks, guys.